Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening for the start of the 2018-19 show is the one and only Bridgeman and Fox. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Good evening, Ox. Good evening, Bridge. Good evening to the listeners.
Okay, I say a big good evening to the boys in the panel here and to all the Rangers fans listening in from all over the world, and particularly the guys on here on Rangers Radio. Every single one of you, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How are you doing, Bridge? By the tone of your voice, I think you're a wee bit excited.
Oh, very excited. I'm so looking forward to seeing our team over the next 4 or 5 days. We should be able to see and find out more about them. Very, very exciting times for Rangers at the moment, you know.
Are you invited to the behind closed doors game tomorrow?
No.
All right, me and Fox got an invite, but we can't make it.
How did you two get an invite to that?
Well, we can't say our sources, but we were asked if we wanted to go along and watch the behind closed doors game, but unfortunately we can't make it.
You two can't make it, or just you?
Well,
I'm doing nothing with him behind closed doors, Bridge.
Oh,
very good.
Just so you know, Bridge, I've had quite a lot of PMs, email traffic, other people trying to contact me concerning the twins and the trombone.
Yeah, right. There's a super injunction on that.
That's a story you left off the last time. You said you would explain to us when the show started again. So it started. You can start explaining it now, or you can leave it.
We'll just leave it, I think.
As you heard, there's a super injunction on that one, Bridge.
Have you enjoyed your break, guys? Have you enjoyed the break?
Yeah, it's been eventful, Fox, isn't it?
Aye, I've enjoyed it. This Riviera type weather is helping it along, Bridge. And the World Cup has been... The World Cup for me was slow to start off, but now we're into the nitty gritty. It's beginning to look a bit better, you know.
While we're on the World Cup, I think it'd be all right if we thanked Butterbean and Old School Blue for putting up the predictor. Gives a wee bit of fun in the group stages, Fox.
Aye, it was good. It was well run, well organised. But I never get that many right myself, personally. But
treble chance, Fox. Chance, Fox. At least you managed to work it out today. How did you go on, Bridge?
No, I never got into it, pal. So to be honest, I never got a chance to get into it. So
I heard you predicted every result right as well.
Aye, so I did. My wife said to me, something came up on her phone, and she says, "Well, what do you think, Mexico and so and so?" And I said, I said, Mexico win 1-0. I didn't know, of course I didn't. And of course, I think Mexico did win 1-0 that day, or 2-0, whatever it was. So I think she took my word for it. She thought I was quite good at predicting until the second game, and it was totally wrong, you know. usual, you know.
It's been a World Cup. Would you say the end of reputations? Is that fair? Maybe his teams, maybe his players. Like obviously, Germany getting out was a shock. Spain getting out when they did. Obviously, Italy never qualified for the start. And then you've had the sort of about the so-called superstars that again maybe no performing. But overall, some of the football's been great. The goals. Question for you two gentlemen who were brought on in Pathy News. What do you make of VAR?
Well, I think you're going to find a mixture for VAR. I think the referees need to get the VAR part of it correct. I think VAR, in all probability, I think if you took it on a percentage basis, it's probably about 75% successful. But I think for everybody else, there's been a few decisions that have come up with, you think, wait a minute, you know, that was never like that. But there, VAR, they show you and it's worked and it's right. And I think that's tremendous. It's things that a lot of folk, like myself and yourselves, have been screaming for. I think you would find that if that was put on in a lot of the games, or most of the games, particularly Ibrox, for instance, then a lot of the decisions that the referees made against us will be proven to be, and I mean this in all sincerity, cheating. The referees were cheating, and it's as simple as that. There's no way they could have missed these things, and VAR would have proved that. However,
but VAR's not there for every decision.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is, if it had been there, and the referees had bought into it and everything was right, I'm sure that the independence of VAR, saying to the referee, you need to look at that again, or that's not right. Something's happened off the ball there or something, and you would have got. Sorry.
No, carry on.
No, I was just going to say that particularly the Hibs games, would have shown that up. Some of the decisions were absolutely shocking.
I overturned. Maybe you're right. What's your thoughts on it, Fox? Do you think it will happen in our backwater?
Well, I don't know if it'll happen here just right away, but I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's been as intrusive into the time spent on it compared to the normal game time. I think they've got most of the big decisions correct. And I think it's worked well in a competition like that.
I think it works when you're watching it on the telly, Fox, like the cricket and the rugby, etc. But if you were in December and you were up at Pittodrie and it was taking 5 minutes to get a decision and it's Baltic, you might look at it different. What do you think, Bridge?
Yeah.
Fox?
I tend to agree with Fox to a certain extent, but that's what I was trying to say earlier. Once the referees get used to it, because I think a lot of the time wasting's about the referees' hesitancy. Instead of saying that was a stone wall decision, so I'll no need to look at that. He's hearing it from somebody else who's miles and miles and miles away, and they're saying to him, "Look, you need to go and look at it." And then you've got this nonsense of him going to have to go and look at the VAR. So there's somewhere along in the middle there.
That's because the decisions, there's factual ones like you're offside, right?
Yes.
Right, so you're offside. There was a classic one, I think it was South Korea, was it South Korea? Against Germany. I thought, that's going to be the first goal. I said, that's going to be chopped off for offside. And lo and behold, it was a German defender that passed it back.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I never noticed it myself live, so fair play to the linesman who's seen it. And the goal was given. So
it was that Tony Roos. Tony Roos's name is.
Aye, it's all about getting the right decisions. I think it's added to the game slightly, and I think as the thing improves, Fox, it'll mean you'll get the right decisions. And obviously, when it goes for you, you'll be delighted, but when it goes against you, you'll be no different for a refereeing decision. Fox?
Well, what it stopped for me is the holding in the box. They didn't put it into effect when the England game was on and Harry Kane was fouled twice in the box. I think it was in the first game, but after they gave the first penalty for it, I think it changed the whole outlook and how defences handled players. And I think it's been a good thing for that. Because that's one thing you can't stand when you're watching a game and you see your maybe your own centre-halves up for a corner or a set piece and they're getting held all the time and don't get a chance to get anywhere near the ball. I think it's sorted that out, and I hope it's changed the whole ethos of holding in the box.
All right, mate. Just the last words on it. It came from Skipper, who says Rangers Radio are an expert on bar, no VAR.
I'll drink to that.
Aye. Yeah,
I have to say, can I just say this? The VAR system, I think, is going to be very successful. It's just a case of getting used to everyone, including, and most importantly, the referees, who have to actually get used to someone talking in their ear. Here, hold on. I know you've given that decision. Don't take the kick off now. And we're going to look at this. And so I think that's tremendous. It reminds you of the rugby things. One of the reasons why people like to see it, because they can hear the referee talking to people and saying, "Look, I'm not sure about this decision. Let's go for the box," and let's hope the players don't use it too much or abuse it too much. I'll be quite happy with it, but I think it's going to be a great success.
When you're talking about referees, I think the quality of the refereeing in this World Cup final has been absolutely brilliant. I think you see guys that know the rules, know how to apply the rules. They don't take any lip. And I think they've been very good, mate. And when you see the standard of aim compared to what we are seeing in the Premier League, it's like night and day.
That's the first World Cup there's not been any Scottish official. Scottish official.
Now, does that not tell you something?
No. Anyway, enough about the World Cup. Well, last word on the World Cup, Bridge. Congratulations to Pro V1.
Yes,
who won the Predictor, and thank him very, very much. We contacted him, and he sent us a tremendous email, Fox, didn't he?
He did
really
indeed, right?
A tremendous email, and he wants to donate his prize, the prize that we told him it was his to collect. He wants to donate it to a worthwhile cause, so we're going to have to work out how we're going to do that.
Right, okay, I'll put it in my account if that's okay.
There's not a lot you can do with a packet of North chicken soup, mate.
What was your theory about that, Fox?
No, I was going to set him up in business with a flask and a packet of that. 100% profit, but...
Anyway, thanks to Pro V1, who won the prize, the mystery prize, but let's just say the mystery prize isn't in the shops yet for those who are waiting to discover what it was. And Pro V1 has donated it to a worthwhile cause, and we'll further update you with it.
It'll be one of these old-fashioned ones, or it'll be sweeties or something like that.
No.
Can't sell them because of the sugar content.
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue, Bridge. You would wear it with a pair of shorts. It would have
on it,
that's
nice
and
one.
RFC on it, but it's not in the shops yet.
Not in the shops yet. Well done.
All right, so that's anybody can work out what the prize was. There'll be a prize if you phone Fox. And just for the record, once again, because due to the super injunctions, which seem to be flavour of the month, I cannot confirm what happened with the twins and the trombone.
You can't confirm it.
I cannot confirm.
Now, is that because
or deny.
All right, okay, I'll deny it. Okay, then.
I cannot confirm.
But do you know?
I'm not allowed to talk about it. I've got a super injunction against me.
Super injunction against me. We need to get you drunk or something like that, so you just open your mouth.
Basically, Fox has said if I tell that story, he'll tell stories on me.
Blackmail
it's called, right?
Anyway, if people want to join us, what's the number? Talk about all things Rangers in 2018-19 season. What we want to hear is what you think of the signings, what you think the team's going to be, and how you think the season's going to be. What's the number, Bridgeman?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Fox?
At RangersRadio.online. If you've been in a call with us before, you'll come straight through onto the show. If you're a first-time caller on Skype, send a contact request. I'll answer it and then bring you into the show. It's quite simple if you know how to work Skype.
Yep. It'd be great to hear from any first-time callers, particularly their views on what's happening at the club. Is it positive? Is there enough signings? Is there enough people at the door? Fox, give us your views.
I'm quite happy so far. I think we've strengthened the squad. I think we've got in some positions we've added to the quality of the squad. I think slowly but surely we're getting rid of the deadwood. And I think there's still a few surprises to come.
All right. And where are we short for you, mate? I've got my own views. I think we're a couple short, mate, really. Who would you like to shift?
Well, I think we're still short in the striking department. We've only really got Morelos up there. I think there's a chance that Windass could be used as a secondary striker at the moment, but I still think we need another bit of quality up front. I'd be happy to see another striker come in, maybe two if we could afford it. And I still, although we've improved in the midfield by strength and probably work rate, I don't see that much creativity in there. And apart from the young boy that's come up for Liverpool, who's only on loan, I don't know how creative a player he is, but I think we maybe still need a bit of spark of creativity in the midfield. Somebody that can really create for us. And possibly there's a situation with Alves. Does he stay? Does he go? If he goes, we probably do need another centre-half.
All right, before we come to this, Bridge, we've been joined with our first caller of the season, 2018-19. Who do you think it is, Bridge?
I hope it's Loyal.
Why does he owe you money?
Or Big Ulster. No, I hope it is. They're very popular members of staff. Very popular.
Well, the first caller of the new season is the one and only Ibrox Loyal. How we doing, Ibrox?
Loyal, yeah, dancer.
Good to be back. Absolutely missed it. It's been a long time since we've been back home. A lot's happened at the club, so absolutely delighted with the news and that that's coming out. And there's only more going to come out in the coming weeks. So.
Good to see you. I'll come to you in a minute, mate. I'm just going to take the question to Bridge and then I'll bring it back to yourself, mate. All right?
Yeah, no problem.
I agree with Fox, and you wouldn't be surprised that I think we're short in the striking department, Bridge, but I think that we are short up front. We need players, and then obviously it depends on the numbers that we shift. Maybe if we could get 5 out and get 3 in a quality, I think that would be pretty good for me. Hodgson, unfortunately, Andy Halliday, Herrera. Let me who else we got. And maybe, unfortunately, Lee Wallace's time at the club might have came to an end. And Alves, and maybe Cardozo, keep Wallace, if sort of they 5 would leave, and we could bring 3 of quality in and improve what we've got, Bridge, I'd be happy. What about yourself?
Yeah, well, I can't disagree with you at all, obviously. I just look at it like most, to be honest, most Rangers fans, we want to see what's going to happen. This week is going to open a lot of people's eyes as to what's there and what it's like. And is there a mixture? Are some of the players that we've got really good enough for this manager? Or is this manager maybe stuck for money? A whole load of things. But we're going to see what the players like he's got in, and the possibility of 2 others coming in. I believe these guys are 2 loan players coming in they're supposedly going to make a difference. We just don't know what's going to happen, and we just need to know. I've always said this, guys, in my opinion, we're either a week or a month out of sync with the rest of the world, and that we're just behind the times. I'm just waiting, hopefully waiting for Rangers to catch up, or for us to catch up with Rangers, whichever the case may be, and in turn catch up with the rest of the world. We just seem to be so far behind at times. And one of the things is about news. I mean, here I dare say yourselves and all the guys that are in the lobby there, they're always sitting waiting and probably looking up all the papers and follow and Rangers media, trying to find out news. And there isn't any great news other than we've got some players have come in, 5 or 6, and possibly another 2 on the back burner.
But you've got to remember that most of the clubs at our level, and the clubs with our history, and the clubs we want to be playing against, mate, they've not started back yet because the World Cup and the other everything's late. So
yes,
that's the problem we've got. That's the riddle we've got. But I think personally, Bridge, and it's only a personal view, I think there could be a couple of loans, and it's well rumoured that we'll be in sometime this week, and I'll go to Ibrox for that question next. But I think we've got to maybe get at least another one body and a quality. Ibrox, your thoughts on the goings in the summer, mate?
Yeah. Well, I'm delighted with some of the ones that went out, mate. Been a bit of dead wood. I'm not being disrespectful when I say that. It's just unfortunately their times were up. Had to get them after the wage bill to bring in a better class of player. I think we've done that with the 2 centre-backs. I'm absolutely delighted with, and I'm sure Bridge will be as well, because they're the sort of defenders that you've been looking for. And the boy Katic and Goldson, I'm absolutely delighted with them. The boy Flanagan as well. He's got a great cover for Mr. Tavernier, and he could possibly push his cell in at left back, because he is very comfortable in both full-back positions. Scott Arfield as well, another great signing. I just heard the 2 boys that you were talking about. I do believe it's Umar Sadiq for AS Roma and the boy Lassana Koulibaly, I believe for Angers in France, and I believe that they'll be in before the registration window closes for the first round of the Europa League, which is this Friday. So I believe they will be in plenty of time before that. So It's looking good, mate, and better things will be coming in the coming weeks, so it's all looking good, mate, for the club in general.
All right, Ibrox, I mean, obviously, I just want to take us back. I mean, when we signed Barton and Cranshaw, we thought it would improve our midfield quality. When we signed Alves and Cardozo, our first impression was they would cut it in our league. So only time will tell, Fox, eh?
I'm not going to comment on the centre half. So all we've seen is really bits of videos on YouTube, etc. Some people have seen him playing in goals and playing in the Premier League. I haven't. So I'm going to wait and see and judge them once we see them playing.
Can I
Anyway,
make a...
wait a minute,
sorry,
we've got a caller coming in. Even I think it's the big man. How are we doing, Mr. Global Ambassador?
Excellent, gentlemen. Look, just want to say it's glad to hear your voices again, all your dulcet tones, and I look forward to the season ahead. One thing I'm a bit disappointed with, and I don't mean to bring the show down, is the signing of Mr. Flanagan. Don't think he should be anywhere near our club. He booted a lassie in the head. I think everybody deserves a second chance, but certainly not my club. I'm disappointed there. What's your views on that?
Well, I'm no one. I would never condone any kind of domestic violence. Big man, as you well know, you know. But I don't know the detail and I don't know the ins and outs, mate. So I've not really read it.
It's easy to find.
I've read some of the things in it. I'm no what to say. I'm not condoning it, Alan, in any way or form. You know. I get where you're coming from, and it's a point of view. The rest of the signings for you, big man?
I'm happy. I'm happy with the two centre halves. I'm happy with our goalkeeper. I'm happy with Artfield. Murphy, I think, can produce a bit more this season coming. I'd like to see our Docherty's, Ryan Jack. I think Ryan Jack's a new player for us as well. I'd like to see the guys getting a chance.
Rossa, I know. What about Rossa?
Yeah. New player as well. I mean, the guys, but I don't want to see too many loan signings. And I think you're quite right what you mentioned. I think we're waiting for other clubs to come back after World Cup, things like that. I think we've got to get a couple of established players. I mean, we need an established striker. This big guy for Roma, he can do everything else that a striker does, but unfortunately, he doesn't seem to put the ball in the back of the net. So if he comes in, he can't be our main focus as a striker. So not too many loan signings, Mr. Gerrard. A couple of established players, as I said before. If that's for the Championship, that's fair enough. But we need to spend a bit of cash because we have to win the league. It's as simple as that. Make no bones about it. As far as I'm concerned, he has to win the league this season. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that for me.
I said it when he became the manager, and I'll say it again. I think he'll get his 20 more points than we got last season, Mr. Global Ambassador.
Well, that's good.
Whether that'll be good enough to win as the league, only time will tell, mate. Only time will tell.
Gentlemen, it's great. I'll listen into the rest of the show, but I've got a busy morning, and look, it's really excellent to hear you all back. So you have a nice morning.
I'm sure in the next 11 months, mate, we'll be talking a lot, big man.
Aye, certainly will. But take care, gentlemen, and thanks again for taking my call.
Cheers, big man. Cheers. Bridge?
I was just going to say, I think we none of us can actually say too much, just like Fox was saying. None of us can actually say too much because we haven't seen. And that's why I'm saying we're a week, maybe 2 weeks behind, because we've got 6 new players, allegedly, maybe 8 coming in. And here, what did it look like? Any of them, you know? So, apparently closed door friendly tomorrow, apparently. And then Friday night we played Bury. Is it Friday night? I think it's Friday night anyway. Yeah. So, we're really looking forward to that. And seriously, guys, I'm climbing the walls. I'm not kidding. I'm absolutely desperate to go over to Ibrox. I drive over to Ibrox every other day now, just to see that, you know, see if it's still there. So lots of work going on round about it.
Just a pity you weren't in the known. You could have went and watched the closed doors game tomorrow. Nice day.
Well, that's not Ibrox, is it? Is it Ibrox? Is it? Is it at Ibrox or is it not at Murray? What do you call it?
Murray
The Hummel Training Centre now.
The Hummel Training Centre.
That's what I mean. Forgive me for mentioning Murray Park. I do apologise, guys.
Yes, the Hummel Trainers. Yeah, the Hummel Trainers.
Is that where the game is?
Yes, tomorrow. Yes.
Right.
Are you definitely sure it's tomorrow? Aye.
No, Friday. Is it not Friday?
No,
tomorrow. It's a closed door game. Yes, tomorrow.
I read a wee bit on the manager. I think it's Scott Ruscoe, and he stated in his local paper that the game was tonight. Believe it or not. Right. And they hope to speak to Gerrard and that after it. Now, whether that's been wrongly printed, but that was definitely what he said.
There is an additional.
Maybe that's how they offered you the tickets for tomorrow, mate.
No, I'm seriously, guys. I'm desperately looking forward to seeing them. Actually, on Al's point, I would be at the present moment. I would be completely non-committal because when I look around, or when we look around, we see players have done strange things, weird things, still doing them. I don't know what the guy did because obviously he didn't play for us. I've read some stories about it, and it's quite horrific.
He pled guilty to it.
That's right. It was all done and dusted, and the family have accepted it, and they're back with it, and so on and so forth. So I don't want to go into it too much. Other than that,
all I would say was I think everybody gets Alan's point. He's a guy about standards, about our club, and character. Yeah. And he just that's the point he's trying to make. And I don't think anybody would speak against Alan.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Can I just say what we're talking about standards before we've been joined also by Big Ulster. Evening, big man.
Hello, how are you guys?
How we doing, mate? Looking forward to season 2018-19?
Oh yeah, big time.
And can I ask you a question, mate?
Yep.
What's the rumour mill saying over by about Big Kyle coming back?
Rumours rife at the minute. I think he'd done a wee Twitter. I think it was a Twitter post at Edgeworth as well. So that's got people going as well, But that's the rumours. But we don't know. We'll wait and see.
Do we want him? Do you honestly want him to come back?
If the deal's right, and he's better than what we've got,
I would take
it's a difficult one. If he didn't have the baggage that he had with our club, and he was done what he'd done with Hearts, you would take him, last season, because he had a good season with Hearts.
That's why I said to you about the boy Flanagan. I don't want to judge anybody because some of the parts of the stories that I've read about this guy and the comments that have been made about him coming to Rangers are quite sore, probably for the guy to read. But gee whiz, Kyle Lafferty coming back, I don't know. I said this 3-4 weeks ago when I was asked the question, would you take Lafferty back? And I said, no. Him and Naismith, never take them back. However, given the fact that things have moved on and we've signed Flanagan and things are, it's different. It's just different. So you may find, in fact, that a lot of Rangers fans may, in fact, change their mind about Kyle Lafferty. Truth be told.
I just have to put this out here once again. Skipper, we cannot discuss the trombone. All right? Sorry, Skipper, we cannot discuss the trombone.
Go on yourself, Skip.
Can I just a shout out for the Bears for Bears group on Facebook, Big Ulster, you know about that? They've been sharing the Rangers Radio page and loads of other pages.
Yep.
Yeah, and they've listings from Bears all over the world, and it's bear friendly. And also a big shout out for Mary for the Plymouth True Blues, who's contacted us. Fox, I'll pass that one out to you, mate. Sends our regards, mate.
I'm saying nothing. I don't know what you're setting me up for here.
He's going to deny it.
Look, you know the consequences. Just carry on with the show.
Oxford, you're a badger.
Look, mate, I can't mention the trombone. But what I will say is, just to me and you, Bridge, you'll be seeing Morrison's last Thursday buying 2 tins of Jurgott.
CCTV's murdering it, Foxy. You can't get away with nothing.
Anyway, what's your views, Big Ulster, and where we're going? How it's gone? Are you happy? Do you expect more players to leave, more to come in, or where you think we should be?
I think at this point, still a long way to go, isn't there? Still a long way to go, and obviously most of the team were at a training camp in Spain. They're not long back, so I think what we've done so far is pretty sufficient, to be honest. We want more strikers, and I think there's no doubt we'll be working on that behind the scenes. But so far, I'm happy, to be honest. I think the standard of player we've brought in is a lot better than what we've had last season, and especially a lot better than the boys that have left.
I would agree with you, Ulster. I would agree with you on that one. I think that I'm so exciting thinking what's going to happen, how we're going to get there under the stewardship of Mr. Gerrard. And I do hope everything goes right the way we all want it to go. And why shouldn't it? Let's put it that way. Why shouldn't it? We've got a cracking manager, cracking team. We haven't said very much, but we're looking forward to hearing it. And before you know it, in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be playing in Europe. There you go. We're going to be playing in Europe. So
it's no 2 weeks' time, but
well, whatever, a week Thursday night. Well, that's what I mean. It's roughly 2 weeks.
Well, most of your boxes are ticked now, because at the end of the last season, you said you wanted a big name, a world-class name in as your manager, which you've
absolutely,
got, and you wanted two big, massive centre halves, so you've got everything on your list so far.
Obviously, as I said to you, I'm under no illusions. That's what you need. There's the basis. You need somebody to run the club, someone who can walk into a room and be everything that everybody wants to be. Here he is, and you're looking for two centre-halves, particularly two centre-halves. It could be three if you want to have a 3-5-2. You need to build that team, build the players, and I believe we've got two guys in. It's one 6'4" or something, 6'3". So between the two of them, they're giants. So as far as I'm concerned, they're all the things I look for. my only concern is that we've paid another, to me, an exorbitant fee for the young lad for Hamilton Accies. I hope he makes it. I hope he pulls through.
That was last season. Let it go.
I'm saying that it's still in their books. It's still in their books.
He's been there for a while, but let it go. Give the boy a chance. He might be the best.
I'm trying to say that.
I'm
trying to say that we need to make sure that he actually comes good, because he's hopefully going to be a key member of our team. So
you remember the story about the young man in the hut, and they opened up the cupboard and all that welding cable was there.
Oh, I remember that well. Aye, I remember that. That was me.
I never said this. People develop as they get older. The boy's only young. He's got potential. I don't know if they'll make it, but time will tell. They took a punt, and we'll see where it takes us. Ibrox Loyal.
Yeah.
The biggest signing so far for me is potentially it's a position I think we've ultimately struggled in. It's been your favourite position, goalkeeper. And I think there's no doubt that Alan McGregor will start the season as number one. What's your view?
Oh, mate, 100% agree on that. There's no doubt about it that he's number one. He's head and shoulders above everything else that we've got at the club at the moment. He commands his box. He's a great shot stopper. He's very positionally aware. He knows where he is in the box at all times. And he's, let's be honest, he's a senior member of the squad. He knows the club inside out. There's nothing that he ever needs to be told. He knows the fans. He knows that if he gives 110% every single week, which I know that he will, the fans will take him again. I don't have any qualms about that whatsoever. And I'm absolutely delighted that we've got a very, very talented goalkeeper back within our ranks. So can't wait. Hopefully see him start on Friday night, mate. So we're looking forward to it.
All right, yourself, Ulster, McGregor, number one for you, or do you see it going differently?
No, I think we know what McGregor brings. He's been there before. Obviously, being he was in the Premiership for Hull for a few seasons and the Championship, so it's a league that a lot of us would watch or take interest in. and we still see he has the qualities there. Especially last season, getting Player of the Year for Hull, which is amazing, pretty amazing stuff at his age. So bringing him up, I think, is a good move for us. Use boys, especially, in the lobby as well. There was the same problems with the goalkeeper last season. Forwards, same mistakes were happening. So hopefully McGregor obviously gets the reins, but also if Foderingham stays, hopefully he can be there to guide Foderingham in the mistakes that he's been making, and hopefully make him a better keeper as well, if he isn't to move on.
Foderingham was one of the guys I could potentially see leaving the club, but only time will tell.
Yeah.
Well, now that the game's finished and it's time to his tea, we'll be joined by guess who?
Rudy.
How we doing, Rudy Bear?
How we doing, gentlemen?
Oh,
Nice
you're
to
a
hear
bit
you,
quiet, mate. Bit quiet.
Oh, keep up on all. Might get this Wi-Fi off. Don't say about it.
Anybody else hear him?
It's quite low, mate.
Just slightly, very low. He's very low.
Well, I'm sure he'll sort it. He'll be right back with us, yeah?
He needs to hurry up because I want to know what he had for his dinner.
Oh, but a nice salad, maybe a nice fillet steak salad, mate.
It could be, pal. Could be, yeah.
Yeah, she looks after him, she does. Fox, the goalkeeper, McGregor, is he a starter for you?
Well, it's the way all the fans think he's going to be number one, but it'll depend what he's producing in training. Hopefully the job goes to the guy who's best in training until we get a settled squad. It wouldn't surprise me if Foderingham started, to be honest with you. But I think over the bit that McGregor will prove to be the better goalkeeper and take the number one jersey.
If people get any thoughts on that, what's the number, Bridge?
The number is 0141 356 1972 and old money, 1972.
Where else can you join us, Ibrox Loyal?
They can join us on Skype at RangersRadio.online. If they've been on the show before, they'll be brought straight to the call. If not, they can send a wee contact request and we'll be brought in and they can speak about anything, folks.
They can speak about anything except trombones, alright?
I missed the trombone, man. I
don't ask.
I won't.
Don't ask. Ulster. McGregor, yep. 2 centre-halves. Arfield. Maybe next to Rossiter or Jack. I know Jack played a bit last season. Rossiter a couple of games at the end. The spine of our team's changing for Foderingham, Bates, Russell Martin. No offence to Russell Martin, I thought was very, very poor for us. I think the boys' legs had gone. And then we had McCrory, who I think he'll need to work and get in the team. And if he gets the team in merit, we'll get a star in our hands. And it's just for young McCrory to kick on to the next level. For me, defensive midfield or right back for the young lad. That's where I see him. So the spine of our team's building. Are you pleased?
Yes, because we've had a centre. I would say we're up to double figures since we've come back up to the Premiership of how many centre halves we've actually paired together. It's been chopped and changed for so long since sort of Kieran. Then you've moved on, with all different ones coming in.
What was the one with Arsenal? It was rubbish. He played with Arsenal, was rubbish for the big Swiss boy.
Ball.
Senderos.
You've had the guy up from Norwich. You've had Wilson not playing great, but he finished off a wee bit better. You've had so many. Clint Hill. What we need now, I think, is these centre halves, hopefully, to stay fit and actually make a partnership together, because that's how teams win leagues. If you've got, as you say, a good spine to your team and everybody hopefully fit for most of the season, especially at centre half, people who can win balls. We lose too many balls at corners, and we're not actually that deadly at corners either ourselves when we're attacking. So attacking and defensively, we've been a bit weaker. So hopefully this is the start to changing that, and that'll get those 20 points that you're talking about, mate.
Yep. Talking about people who are deadly in the box, we'll be joined by Rudy Bear. How are we doing, Rudy?
Rudy.
Any better?
No.
Oh, he's too low.
We can't help it. You like a whisper, mate.
Oh, all right. I'll try something else.
All right. Contact Fox or Old School Blue and I might be able to help you, mate. All right.
Can I fire out a couple of shout-outs quickly from the Facebook?
Yeah, you carry on, mate.
Yeah. There's just one is Barry from Orange County Rangers Supporters Club in California. He's a first-time listener tonight, so welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy the show. Stephen from Drum Chapel.
Yes!
£160 donation to the Rangers Grave Fund, so that's an amazing donation. I'm sure all the people involved in that are very thankful for that donation. Well done, Stephen.
Yeah, the founders too went up Drum Chapel last week. Was it Fox? Was it Friday night? We missed it. Well, you missed it. I couldn't get up.
I think they were, mate. They'd said when we were down in Plymouth that's where they were appearing, I think. So, would have been up in Drum Chapel.
And they're always raising money for the Graves restoration. So good on them and good on the good people at Drum Chapel. The good people at Drum Chapel, I said, Bridge.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Became a better place when you moved out.
Oh, come on.
The crime rate went down. The crime rate went down straight away.
Can I just say, we were talking there and you mentioned Ryan Jack. Can I just say there's the story that broke about Ryan Jack, apparently from Ryan Jack's this story, about the tackle from that boy Keeper. That's exactly what happened to him, what he said happened to him. That's exactly what I said happened to him from Keeper. I've read in the paper a number of times that unfortunately there's a lot of folk, some folk disagree and say that the tackle was an accident or whatever. No, not in my opinion. I agree with Ryan Jack, 100%. They meant what he did, and it put him out again for 6 months. So,
do you know,
just to let you know.
with some of the things that's happened in and when that story broke, mate, I think it was it 2 weeks ago, mate? Maybe that was in the press.
Yeah.
This is where the Graham Murray baggage. Graham Murray's going to struggle to stay at our club, in my opinion. You know, people might have different thoughts on it, but because he's had a run-in with quite a few individuals, Bridge.
It sounds like it. I think that look, there's nobody had any more sympathy for Graham Murray than me. I can assure you that. I thought he did, and hats off to the guy. He stepped in where nobody else was there, and he helped. He helped. Let's put it that way. But I'm afraid the last few games under his stewardship were pretty poor. I think his support of the players was exceptionally poor. I think what he said about what happened to Ryan Jack, no, I'm sorry, that's just unacceptable in my opinion. And that's what you're speaking about. There's a lot of Rangers fans going to turn and say, what were we doing? Why did that happen? This boy Ryan Jack, I mean, twice or 3 times he was a victim of just nefarious activities. You know, that big fella for Kilmarnock who used to play for Rangers, I can't remember his name, right back, and was actually Broadfoot. He's actually centre half for him. He came up and he's standing in the boys' feet, and the referee's right there. I mean, that's just nonsense. Just get him off, you know. So I'm afraid that the boys have been a victim in more ways than one.
New player, Ryan Jack, back fit, mate, an asset.
Oh yes, please. Yeah, I think he's a smashing player.
I mean, he's covered at the right back position, defensive mid, and then a 3 in midfield. So an asset for you, Fox, Ryan Jack coming back.
Well, we never really got to see that much of him last year between the injury and everything else, mate. Aye, a bit like Jordan Rossiter. People that have never really had a sustained run in the side. And Rossiter might be like a new player for us as well. We need to remember he's still only 21-year-old, although he's been at the club a couple of years and never actually got over any injuries. Seems to be that he's been right through the pre-season this time, and hopefully he stays fit and he can add a lot to the midfield as well, along with Ryan Jack this time.
I think there's good competition in the midfield now. Hopefully Rossiter is over his problems. He's had a really good sort of pre-season with the squad over in Spain. He's hopefully built up whatever relationships are required to build up, and his fitness should be there for everybody to see. Hopefully he can keep going. The last game against Hibs, I thought he was outstanding. I thought he had a tremendous game for us. Absolutely brilliant. Very
Great
pleased
goal.
with him.
Thoughts, Big Alston and Ryan Jack?
Yeah, I like Ryan Jack. It's just a pity, obviously, what happened in that bad injury. He seemed to be a player that the referees wanted to seem to pick on. You know, they always went for him. You know, if it was a 50-50 challenge, it always seemed to be, or even if it was a fair but hard challenge, the referees, instead of looking at the actual incident, sometimes they just, you know, they seem to just go against him straight away, thinking he was maybe a dirty player and giving against him, you know, and then obviously the injury after that. So we missed him with a few sending-offs, and then we obviously missed him with the injury. But when we did see him, I thought he fitted in pretty well, to be honest. And I think our team was worse off without him. So to have the likes of him, young Rossiter as well, who we haven't seen for a while, is going to be good. That's two new signings for us, really. The only problem for Rossiter is, you know, even if he gives us, say he does start the first 5 or 6 games and he plays amazing, you're always going to have that doubt in your head. You know, can he get injured? Is he going to be out again? So, fingers crossed.
You're always going to have that with everybody. And talking about people who always get injured and having disasters, Rudy's back with us.
What you done to your volume, Rudy?
Hey, I'm going to try something else.
See the wee icon for your sound, mate. Right click on that, and it'll bring up a wee screen and just see if your levels are up high enough.
Aye, they're up 5, they're up at 100%.
We can hardly hear you, mate.
Well, go into Skype and see if you can alter the audio for there, mate. It might be that they're turned right down on Skype. Is it Skype you're on, Rudy?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I've got an older version of Skype, but if you go to audio, and it should give you a link there to check your volumes.
Try that enough.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Good luck. Good, Rudy, yeah? Ibrox.
I know, mate. I've had problems like that myself in the past before, but I'm sure he'll get there eventually. It'll be good to hear him back.
To be fair, Ibrox, that night we said we couldn't hear you. We just couldn't bother with.
Maybe Bella's been nibbling at his machine to keep him from saying anything crazy, mate, you know.
Aye. If people want to join us, it's 0141 356 1972. You can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online.
Can I just ask who's Bella?
That's another secret you're not getting told.
Okay.
Now, Bridge. You get Fox in trouble. You can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online. We'll be brought into the call by the one and only Fox.
And we have a caller here. I think it's Govan Blue, believe it or not.
How you doing,
Evening,
Fox?
Govan.
Evening, gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Aye, we can hear you, mate.
I'm having the same trouble Rudy's having with my microphone.
Right, going in. What's the remedy?
Well, there isn't one. This is as good as I can get it.
Well, we can hear you. You're a bit louder than poor Rudy was, yeah?
All right. Okay.
How we doing, mate? Welcome to season 18-19.
18-19? It's been a while there.
Yeah. And what's your thoughts? What's happening? Are you positive?
Oh, always positive. Not get any thoughts, though. I've not listened to the show for a long time because I work till midnight now.
Right, okay.
I've got the night off. I saw you were on, so I thought I'd pop in and say hello.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. You can always listen on the archives, mate.
Oh, do you know, I find that too frustrating because I want to argue with you all and say things and it's all history and you're not there anymore, so...
Look, I'll give you Fox's personal number, mate, and if you're listening during the night, just phone him up and start arguing with him.
Super injunction.
Speaking of injunctions, that's what I'm phoning for. Just phoning to let you know that your membership renewals are due for the Rangers Media Erskine Fund.
All right, mate.
And as you know, not an issue, so I thought I'd mention I'll come and get your donations off you next time we're up at Ibrox. He's going to the Europe game.
I won't be personally, but...
I will, I'll see you there. Coming. Well, I'll try my best to stay out your way, but I'll probably bump into you.
Good. I know where to find you now.
I know.
Are you guys on for tours tonight?
Yes. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I just thought I'd phone in and say hello, and what I'll do is I'll sit back if you want, let you talk about the football for a while. and later on I can give you an update on what we've been up to in terms of fundraising and stuff, if you're interested.
Always pleased to hear from you, Gavin. Always good to hear the people working hard to raise money for Erskine, mate.
No bother. Right, well, I'll sit back and...
Can you just go on mute, in case we're getting a wee bit of buzzing for you, Gavin?
Everybody gets a buzz for me. That's...
Yeah, Gavin, it's magic to hear from you, pal. Absolutely magic. Too, a long time.
Aye. Right, I'll speak to you later then. Okay,
Cheers, Gavin. Cheers, Gavin. I knew it was going to cost us money, Foxer.
It goes to a good cause. Does a great job, this Gavin.
By the way, the work that he puts in is unbelievable,
Oh, speaking about charity things, are we in the bowls this year?
Oh, we are, mate. We are. And that, obviously, it's the Rangers Supporters Erskine Association Bowls Day, when they raised money. I think it was about £6,000 last year they raised for charity. And Rangers Radio will put a team in. Are we going to have trials this year, Fox? What do you think?
No. We're being represented by the same club as last year.
All right, okay. So which we're aiming to come second last?
If we don't come last, it'll be a success. We're no glory hunters. We don't put in ringers into our team.
I think the thing about...
No ringers will play for us.
I don't think it helps when they had 4 triples before the first game, mate.
Aye, well, you know how that one goes.
Aye, I know. So we're in the Bowls Bridge, yeah, again?
Yeah, we are indeed, pal. It's all paid for, by the way, just to let you know.
Yes, I know that, mate. I got the confirmation. Brilliant. Rangers Radio will be represented at that, and hopefully, as you say...
Is this at Partick?
Yeah, Partick Bowling Club.
Partick Bowling Club. Right, okay. And is Foxy invited?
Foxy's an honorary member of that club.
Yeah, but I thought he was barred after last year's performance.
No, it's not the club. That club is barred for. It's only the pubs surrounding it.
Only joking, Fox. Only joking.
All right, can I just change the subject, change the mood a little? And we were going to start the show, but we wanted to come right in with the positivity. Can we, Rangers Radio, pay tribute to the late, great Harold Davis, who sadly passed away? Harold is one of the Rangers Hall of Famers who played with our club made his debut for our club as a 23-year-old on the 24th of 11th, 1956, and played up to the start of 64 year when we won the treble. Harold played a few games at the start of 64. A stalwart won seven medals from our club, 4 league championship. But that's only part of the Harold Davis story, Bridger. Rallos Bridge.
I can tell you something about Harold Davis.
On you go, Gavin.
He was a patron of Erskine, which I was going to mention later on anyway, as you're probably going to mention anyway. And worked very hard for years and years, raising money for Erskine. Worked closely with the Rangers Supporters Erskine appeal, and always sort of made himself available, for appearances and things like that. And they opened a new room in Erskine with money raised by Rangers fans and by him himself, and they named it after him in his honour. So he was pretty much the Rangers patron of Erskine. He was Erskine's man.
The face. And obviously, he served in the Korean War during his national service and was really badly injured. And in fact, at one time, I believe that they thought they would struggle to survive, but never mind play professional sport again. So the man had a big heart, Gavin. Yeah? Can I
say a couple of words on him?
Yeah, when you go.
Just a couple. It's just a wee excerpt from his book apparently, and it says here, there is no finer example for young players of what it should mean to play for Rangers. He was an embodiment of selfless sacrifice. There has been no finer ambassador for the club during these recent difficult years, when Harry continued his unstinting support for the Rangers Supporters Erskine appeal. As patron and guiding light, he was instrumental in its ongoing success to raise funds for the Veterans Charity. This association was formed due to Harry's experiences in the Black Watch These details elevate Harry's story above, I think, pretty much everyone else in Scottish football's firmament. There's no question his tale is unique. Not only did he return to professional football from after the near-fatal injuries sustained in active service and career, he then went from strength to strength, playing in a European final with Rangers in the 61 Cup Winners' Cup defeat by Fiorentina, and winning 4 league championship medals, 2 League Cup Winners' medals, and a Scottish Cup won during 8 years at the club. Well done, and RIP Harold Davis. Back to yourself, Ox, yeah.
Thanks, Bridge. I'm going to ask the two young boys, what do you think the character of Harold Davis would have thought of Neymar's antics today when he get tapped in the foot?
I think he would be ashamed. I think he would have thought it was beyond contempt for a World Cup tournament, mate. As Bridge was saying there, he played in a lot of big matches for your club. And I think a man of Mr. Davis's standing would be absolutely ashamed and appalled at somebody Neymar doing that in the pitch yet again. No for the first time, and no for the last time either, mate.
No. Different game, Ulster, different men, but different breed.
Different era. You know, that was probably an era where men would have played the game of football for the love of it. Probably at the end of games would have went with supporters at different bars and drunk with people as, you know what I mean, as a fan as well as a player. Now you've got a bunch of pansies playing football, to be honest. I think it's just getting paid way too much money and diving about. And at VAR, we were talking about this earlier, I think if it is going to be used, I would like to see it being used on diving as well, to be honest. Anytime you see a player diving, they should just give him a straight red card for cheating.
Yeah, and obviously we talked about Johnny Hubbard in the last show we had the special in the summer, but they played together 52 times, Fox, so a sad couple of weeks for the club with two greats no longer with us.
Aye, correct, mate. I think Johnny Hubbard, who was always about Ibrox, was well noted for being there right up until the fateful end for him. Johnny was a great wee fella. And Harold Davis is an absolutely tremendous name. He was just coming, well, he was in the side when I started first going, mate, and he was playing alongside people like Davy Wilson, etc. and all that. When they were in their youth, I think Jim Baxter would have been roughly about 61, 62 as well. Would they know he'd been a young player in that side, Bridgeman?
Correct, mate. He would have been, aye.
Yes, he was there, pal. He was there.
So
part of the half-back line.
Aye, and strangely enough, we didn't have the same tactical way of playing back then. It was L2-3-5 where we had 3 wing-backs, and I take it Harold was one of the wing-backs, mate. And he played very successfully for Rangers for a long number of years. I mean, you read his story about being wounded in the war, mate, and told he would never play again. Kind of reminded me of the Ian Durrant story about fighting back when everything kind of looks hopeless for you, and it's people with character like him and Durrant who managed to come back after tremendous injuries. You got to take your hat off to them, mate.
Definitely, you've got to be mentally tough, and they say have a big heart, mate, and sometimes it's something we throw it lightly, but I don't think I never seen Harold Davis play long before my time, but he's a name that always come up in Rangers history. Lads, words to the Bridge.
Well, I think Harold Davis, I think he was succeeded by people like John Gregg, who was just coming through. So there was a sort of succession. You know, you had some really tough people playing in the Rangers half-back line, and John Gregg was a very successful successor to Harold Davis and people like him. And I think Harold Davis, I remember seeing him, much like Fox was saying. He was there, and he'd never let anybody down. Never let anybody down if he ever could. And he was the first man to go in and defend. You've heard me saying this before about as time Rangers players ran in and pushed the other players away out of the way whenever there's any confrontation. Just get straight in and back your players up, back your mates up, and take whatever it takes go and do it. And that's what Harold Davis would do. He was the epitome of that. So all I can say is it was great to have him in our team, and obviously roundabout and Govan Blue is getting the benefits of everything he's ever done for the Erskine and so on and so forth. So RIP, Harold Davis.
Here, here. If you don't mind, lads, let's go on mute.
Argyle so young, to Glasgow City did come, seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they all know their ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, but here's how it goes. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. Hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your hearts and voice. Let's celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. Dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. To start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. But they still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. To start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. But they still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. 54 titles, we're still going strong. 54 titles, we're still going strong.
Thanks for that, Fox. I don't know if Old School Blue will enjoy playing that, considering what happened to him with that tune in Plymouth. Go back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. You back with us, Fox?
I am, sir.
Yeah. I think I scared Old School with that tune. It's early in the morning. Anyway. I hope Rudy can get in the call. He's been trying a few times again, get in the call. But if anyone else wants to join us, what's the number, Ulster?
0141356 1972.
Well done. You can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online. We'll be brought into the call with the one and only Fox. Okay, so we'll go to the bridge first. Your first 11 as we stand today.
Well, excuse me, depends on who comes in, but obviously it'll be McGregor.
As we stand today,
yeah. I have to include the guys who have been reported that they're coming anyway, so I have to include
No. As we stand today.
Okay. Well, I don't know who's there and who's not, to be honest. We don't know who's going and who's not going, because we're not hearing that much. However, it would be McGregor goals, Tavernier, Goldman, I think it's Goldson, and the young lad,
Nicola.
Nicola,
yeah,
whatever his name is.
Nicola, no big Nicola.
And no, it'd be 4-4-2, and the young Welsh boy, Declan John.
Mm-hmm.
I would have Candias, Ryan Jack, the boy from Bolton.
You mean Burnley, Arfield?
Arfield, yeah, sorry. Did I say Bolton? Jesus Christ, what's the matter with me? And then Murphy. And I would have Morelos up front, along with the boy who's coming in.
No.
Okay, it would be... well, I don't even know who else is there at the moment. Let's think now. Who else has come in? No, I can't think who else is there at this moment. I can't.
All right, Bridges playing with 10 men. He's that confident. That was your team. As we stand today.
Who was next?
It was Windass I meant to say. That's who it was. Butter, thank you.
Fox?
As it stands today, probably McGregor in goal. Same back four probably as Bridgman there. I don't know if Flanagan would come in front of Bierman. Although he's a right-footed player, I think he might come in and play on the left.
In front of Declan John, you mean?
Aye.
You said Bierman. Who's doing the Titan? First time this season. Carry on, Fox.
Goldson and Katic obviously in the middle. Midfield, there's a bit of a stab in the dark, mate, but I'd need to say Arfield would be a definite starter. And probably for me, I think I would have Jack and Dorans at the moment. And a three in the midfield. And up front it would be Murphy, Morelos and Windass.
How are you playing that, Fox?
I think Murphy will be in the left, Windass to the right of him, and Morelos through the middle.
All right. Are they wide or the inside men? Just, I get your thinking, but...
Well, I would like, in a 4-3-3 I would have them, mate, but both of them capable of coming in for the opposite wings for me. I don't know if Candias will be a definite starter this year. I think there's a strong choice on his side now. I think young Greg Docherty can also play there. And we've got Ajara, who's definitely there at the moment, the 20-year-old for Liverpool. I don't know if he could possibly play in the right as well, although he's supposed to be attacking midfielder. I think we need to see with the Bury game, mate. I think that'll be as near to the team that we'll put out in the first time in Europe. He must start with what he thinks is his best side.
So you're setting us up 4-3-3. Ibrox?
I'm going to stick with a 4-4-2, mate, for as Fox says there. This will be the strongest team against Bury on Friday night, mate, and it'll be the team that I think will go into our first game in Europe with this season. So it'll be McGregor, Tavernier, Katic, Goldson. I'm going to go for the boy Flanagan at left back. Then I'm going to go for Murphy in the right. Then the two central midfielders. I'm going to go with Arfield as the mayor, creative out of the two, and then Rossiter. I'm going to go for Candias out the right, and the two up front is going to be Morales and Windass at this moment in time. So that would be my 4-4-2 formation, mate.
Alright, mate. Big Ulster?
I think I'd like to see us trying 3 at the back, to be honest. Something different.
Have we got the personnel for that in a moment?
Yeah. Well, I would go for, if everyone's fit and available start of the season, I'd go for McGregor. I'd go for Alves in the middle of the centre-backs as a 3 centre-back with Goldson and Kadich. Go for Tavernier and Flanagan either side to sort of get an up down the flanks. I'd have Artfield and probably... I don't know. I'd maybe go for Jack, to be honest. Artfield and Jack in midfield. Play Murphy just behind the strikers. Obviously, because of the striker shortage, Windass and Morales up front.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think what showed us there that we are very, very short in the striking department, Ulster.
Yeah, I think that's why most of us have Windass on our team. And another problem we're going to have, obviously, is if Morales has a good start to the season, then come the next window, you're going to have the same issues with clubs wanting him. So we definitely need to get the personnel in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Fox? Well, we talked about it earlier in the show, but I think when we're naming our squad, we're 11. Everywhere else you can put up a debate for different personnel, but we're struggling up front.
Obviously, it's no easy to get good strikers on loan. It's no easy to buy them because they're so expensive. So I think we're going to have to wait probably until the English teams settle on their squads, and maybe there'll be a wee gem to pick up somewhere about maybe a striker with a bit of experience who's maybe no in line for the first team somewhere else. We might be able to tempt him up on loan, or the other case, buy him, mate. I know there's rumours of Ings coming up. Don't know whether he would be the right player for Scottish football or not. So I think that'll be the last signing that'll come in, mate, if we're to bring him in, you know.
All right, there's a lot of competition in midfield, defence. We've all got different ideas. Ulster's went for a 3-5-2. You've went 4-3-3. The other two have went for 4-4-2. Just quickly, what do you think what do you think that Stephen Gerrard's prepared formation would be once he's finished his transfer dealings? Ulster?
Well, I can only really go by what he played. Obviously at Liverpool youth level, and that might have been because obviously the personality he was given would be obviously that 3. But I think that's what he liked to play with the young ones. I could be wrong saying it, but I think that's right. I think that's why that's what he might go for, you know. It might be something different. He might go, as Fox said, the 4-3-3. He's got plenty of options in the midfield. He's obviously got Flanagan and he's brought himself in 2 centre-backs, so he's got different styles he can play. But going forward, I don't know. I don't know if he maybe hasn't got that striker that he's looking at, so you might see him putting in a formation with a 1 up front or Morales until he gets the proper personnel in, you know.
Maybe yourself, Ibrox, what do you think Stephen will do? Sir Stephen Gerrard.
Sir Stephen Gerrard, mate, for me, if he does what Ulster was just saying there, his favoured formation at this moment in time has been a coach and a manager, has been a 3-4-3, mate. Again, we've got the formation for it. If we've got the personnel for it at this moment in time, I don't think we have it at this moment in time. But as you say, Ox, there's still plenty of time left in this transfer window. I believe the young boy Umar Sadiq is another tall, rangy striker. I guess is another option up front. And the boy Lassana Koulibaly, I do believe that's his full name, coming in before Friday. So that would give him the more options to go with something like a 3-4-3 that he has been using in the past.
All right, maybe yourself, Bridge. What do you think?
I think he's
your thoughts. What you think?
I honestly think that he would go for something like, if it was at all possible, something like 3-5-2 or a variation of the midfield, maybe 3-1-4-2, if he wants to use young Rossiter or indeed Ross McCrory. So it depends who he wants and what he wants there. But if he could get three at the back, I think that would be his favoured thing. He was looking for three good players, got to be mobile. Hopefully the two big centre-halves that were brought in are very mobile. And maybe Flanagan fits into that. I just don't know. But we've got to have, in the midfield, from the defence out, we've got to have pace. So in your 4-3, whatever it be in the midfield, you've got to have a lot of pace in there. You've got a lot of work to do, a lot of running backwards and forwards, fetch and carry. It's all there for everybody to see. But the 3-5-2 or the 3-1-4-2, and which I think he would go for something like that, as a variation numbers. But they've got to be mobile and fast. They've got to be very fast, pacey. And as Loyal said, if that young lad comes in, the big 6 feet, something or other, centre forward, my goodness gracious, is going to be a great target man, and for both height and on the ground, because apparently he's quite quick. So as long as you've got pace, you'll do well. You'll do well.
What about you, Fox? How do you see? What do you think? I thought it was a 4-3-3 was his preferred formation, but how do you see the manager? If he gets those.
That's the way I took it as well. But again, we're just guessing, Fox. Until he gives that line-up Friday night and we all see what shape we start out, I think we can then start to make assumptions for then on it. I don't think he's going to be one of these managers that sticks to the one formation. I think he's going to be players for certain games. Maybe we will go three at the back. I think we have got adequate cover with young McCrory there to fill in at centre-half as well. Alves is still there, so there's a chance we could go to three at the back in certain games. I'd like to see that at Ibrox where we have more control of the ball, and so we would be able to flood the midfield, because I don't see that creative spark there yet. I think the midfield's going to have to work very, very hard to create chances for a lone striker up front, mate, you know. So I think when we wait and see...
If you look at the last season where we lacked a lot, Fox, I think we were the highest scorers in the league, mate.
Aye, but at the same time, our midfield conceded, or helped to concede a hell of a lot of goals at Ibrox as well. I like that we've got three kind of good age midfielders in Arfield and Dorans and the likes of Jack, and supplement them. We've got a couple of 21-year-olds in Docherty and Jack, and the young boy Ajaria is only 20-year-old. So we've got legs there to bring on as well. If the more professional way the players in the midfield aren't managing to do it, we've got fresh and good young legs that'll run there and run their heart out for us, I think, you know.
If you're going to have three at the back, you've got to go for a link. There's got to be a link between your midfield and your defence. And that would be... Sorry,
Bridge. We've got a couple of players like that, you know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But if you went 4-4-2, you start to do away with the links. So people like Rossiter aren't needed because he's just taking up numbers. You know, if you're wanting more people in midfield,
the problem with that is, Bridget, I think you're right. I think there's going to be horses for courses, because a lot of people play three in the middle.
Absolutely.
And if you've got four right across the park, your two central midfielders are outnumbered, and we've seen that a lot last season.
Absolutely, 100%.
We've seen it with Warburton's team, where teams used to play gamblers and sort of go 4-5-1, and then we'd be totally outnumbered in the midfield. And then you've got to, and I agree with Fox. I think my manager's going to be shrewd enough to change it, and they'll be stubborn. Thoughts, Ulster?
Yeah, I think you're right. He'll have all different ideas. Especially, he's worked under some of the best managers himself, you know, who've changed things up. Some of the best managers can change things up and change tactics for certain games, as people would say, horses for courses. Whether we've had maybe managers in the past who have been, you know, maybe seen a certain formation working for a game or two, thinking they've got the right formula for the team, and then when results don't go too well, you struggle to change it, and to keep going with the same formations and hoping that it works again. And obviously teams find that out pretty quickly. So I'm expecting Stephen Gerrard, with his vast experience, to change things up, and then it always has the other team waiting then, or of what they're going to do, maybe catching them off guard. And I think that's what we need to start doing more of next season.
I think it'll be interesting, guys. Sorry, Sorry.
On you go, Bridgman and Ibrox.
I was just going to say, I think it'll be very interesting to see, if we ever do here before the game tomorrow, what is the team's going to be to start with for tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be quite enlightening. I hope it's going to be quite enlightening for all the Rangers fans that are desperately keen to hear what the manager's doing, what he plans to do, and how many players he's going to use, and so on and so forth. And all these wee things that matter to fans in their hour of need. This is what we want to see. And then, of course, we want to get and obliterate the team, of course. How does he do that? Well, let's see what happens tomorrow. That's what I think. See what happens.
Hi, Brooks.
I totally agree with a few you guys have been saying there. Different horses for different courses, mate. It's totally the right thing to say. When we do play tomorrow, and I have seen on Twitter that it definitely is tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near the sort of team that plays on Friday night. I think the team that you see on Friday night will be more like what Fox says. It will be our strongest starting lineup, because that's what we will go into in the first match in Europe the following Thursday night. So I don't think you can take too much for what we maybe see tomorrow. We might get to see a few of the new players. I think that's about as most as you'll see. But to get any sort of idea is what we will see on the Friday night, mate. Because I'm really looking forward to it. Under the likes of Ibrox again, mate. The fans are going to be absolutely buzzing for this. It's the first time to see our manager and our coaching staff and our new players and a new formation come the Friday night, mate. So I think we can expect exciting things on the Friday night to see what we can gauge for that we'll take into the match the following Thursday night, mate. So.
Can we get to see the game? Did we know do a closed door game last year and Rangers TV showed it later on at night?
I don't know if that's happening this time, mate. I don't know if that's happening this time. A lot of people are asking it on social media, but obviously I've not heard anything back yet. If we do find out any minute before the close of the show, mate, I will let you know that as well.
Just change the subject slightly, folks. Hopefully we will see that tomorrow night. Some of the content or the interviews and the constant update we got for the club while they were in Spain. And I've got yourself first, folks. The training looked as if, I think Candias was the guy who shocked me. He said he's never been worked so hard in pre-season. So was that a positive for you? A, the media content coming out for the club, and B, it looked as if our players were putting the distance in.
I think the media coverage for Spain was fabulous, mate. You get interviews every day. You got to see the training. I thought it was well covered by Rangers TV. The players did get put through their paces. The more they've moaned, the more they've worked for me. And it's a good sign, mate, if you can get them off fit. It's now trying to get them to play is going to be the hard bit.
Absolutely, pal. Can't disagree with that.
Did you watch some of the footage for the pre-season, Bridge, or look at the snaps coming back on the main side?
Just the snaps coming back, you know.
All right, it's hard to judge, but just with the comments, they were saying that the tempo was higher than last season.
Yeah.
Which was always
for the players, yeah.
Obvious to us all that there was a lack of fitness at times at the start of last season. Was apparent, you know. At the start, obviously, when the progress game summed it up for us, didn't it, Ulster?
I thought a lot of the drills were good as well. I think they were done at a higher pace than we seen last year. The wee piggy in the middle thing that they done, it was at a higher tempo than it was last year. The passing was quicker and closing down was quicker. was a few exercises they were doing with 2 men constantly closing the ball down, which was a good wee workout, I thought. It's just if we can get this team to gel. This is my worry, that we don't get after the flyer we're all expecting, and maybe it'll take 5-6 games to get into our stride. What do you think of that, Bridge?
Well, I don't know if it'll take that much, but this is the kind of thing I was speaking about earlier on in the programme here. Everybody's desperately keen to see and hear just how Rangers are going to do. And we're all, obviously, we want it to be great. And Bury, the friendly we've got against Bury on Friday night, I think, if my memory serves me right, it's Friday night. And I'm so looking forward to it. It's not real. We want to see our players and the way the manager wants to play. And I would expect and suspect that if we haven't got the other 2 chaps in on loan by Friday night, then we may have to go with the team he puts out against Bury. So that's my only fear, that there's other players that could be there, but they aren't there because of, shall we say, technicalities. But I hope everything's okay and that these guys are here for it. And whoever we put out on Friday night, surely that's going to be our team that's going to go forward against the European opposition. That's what I would like to see. But we're just desperate. Time's running close. Everything's very close. And I just feel as if we're, at some parts of last season, we were a month behind, a week behind, whatever it is. And I feel we're a couple of weeks behind now. So here we are. We're ready to play our first friendly, our first major friendly. Admittedly, tomorrow night, or tomorrow during the day, it's behind closed doors. But I don't expect a great deal of news from that. I don't know what the personnel's going to be. I don't know. Loyal, will you be at that?
When's that, mate? Sorry, Friday night?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's closed doors, mate. I'm not got a high enough reputation back yet to go to these sort of matches, mate.
Right,
so.
Okay, bud, okay.
But I'll be there Friday night, mate. I'll be there on Friday night, mate.
I'll be there on Friday. I'll see you at the kiosk, or what is it?
No problem, mate. No problem.
The meeting area. But I'm really looking forward to it. This is what all the Rangers fans are looking for. We're just waiting to get there. We've no understanding of what these 2 double centre halves that we've got in will be able to do, other than we take the manager's word on it. They must be happy. They've looked really good in the wee clips that we've seen from their pre-season. We need to see them in an 11-a-side game at Ibrox. Then we can see what it's like.
Well, you've got to watch. I remember somebody saying that Pina would rip up Scottish football.
Absolutely,
but anyway,
yeah.
We'll be joined by Rudy Bear. How are we doing, Rudy? No, we've not been joined by Rudy.
How's it going, guys? All right.
So we have to. We're looking forward. We talked about formation. We've a couple of players coming in, which I think will be done deals in the next 48 hours. Would you think, Ibrox?
Aye, for what I'm hearing, mate.
Aye, I think so, mate.
The work permits, yep. I'll be done for what I'm hearing in the next 24 hours, mate. I'm hearing.
Yep, carry on.
No, I'm hearing that it's pretty close, mate, and they will definitely be in and registered before the European deadline, which is this Friday as well, mate. So.
What's the centre forward's name? How are you pronouncing that for Roma?
Umar Sadiq, mate. His name is.
You just need to watch you don't get Sadiq and Rossiter mixed up, alright, next season.
No, mate. I'm trying to get some reputation back after last season, 4 pals. So.
Alright, so we talked about formation, signings, where we're short. Captain for next season, Fox.
Oh, that's a question. Going in experience and where he's played, probably Arfield, mate. Is that good enough for you?
Arfield, Scott Arfield, yeah?
Yep.
All right, fair enough, mate. It's all about opinions, yeah. What about yourself, Bridge?
I would go for the boy Goldson. That's who I would go for. A centre half should always be. To me, the captaincy should be held by the centre half. The main.
Is that because they're not usually intelligent enough to play football, so they're just concentrating, shouting and
nothing
balling?
like that at all. No.
I'm just asking a question, mate.
I believe sincerely that a good centre half can read the game.
Aye.
And he's in the correct position to read the game, and he can see the whole of the pitch, what's happening. And with a good goalkeeper behind him, he should be able to see virtually what the goalkeeper's doing as well. So that's why I think he's in the position to be there, see what's happening, and advise. And there's nobody gives better advice than a centre half if he's in a good mood.
We've been rejoined by Gavin Blewett.
Evening, Gavin. You back with us, Gavin?
Yep.
Yeah, mate. Well, before I get on the rest of the panel with the captain, you said you wanted to come back in and let us know what you've been up to for Erskine. Just give some feedback, mate.
Aye, no bother. Try and do it all in one breath, shall I? As usual.
Yeah, well, you're allowed to,
I was
mate.
thinking, when did I last give you an update? And it was back when we all believed in magic. That's how long ago it was.
18 months ago?
Aye, it was as long as that. Well, I think we all still, maybe no all still believed, but wanted to believe in Warburton's magic plan. But so therefore, based on that, if you want all my predictions and forecasts and expectations and everything for next season, pretty pessimistic, to be honest, just through the school of hard knocks, nothing to do with what's actually in the box at the moment. Just been up there so many times, I'm not going there anymore. You know, I expect us to not succeed next season. Prove me wrong. Not you, the club.
You just hope. Yeah, hope, and yeah, you're being a realist, mate.
You know, even
you've been a realist, mate. You know.
It's not that. It's just everything I've ever. All my expectations have all been smashed and shattered and beaten down, and you know, it's tough to kind of keep coming up when next season we're going to do this different, we're going to do that different, especially because it's all, you get the same, much as you might get different faces, there are only a limited number of sound bites you can put out there. You know, we're going to try, it's all about doing Plan A better, it's all about 110%, I think Ibrox was saying earlier, etc, etc.
Alright, what you been up to on the Erskine front?
Luckily, no matter what happens off the field, the Rangers fans are always still simply the best, etc. So what have we been up to? Right, we've had last season, we've had 250 members each throwing in a donation ranging from £10 up to whatever. With that money, we've raised all told in the season about 20 grand. We could have raised a lot more, but basically I put the brakes on because, you know, there's limits to what we can deal with without becoming like a big incorporated organisation and stuff. But to keep it in the family, we limit what we take in. So as a result, what we want rather than big donations is just little donations from lots of people. Now, I know there's a lot of your listeners out there that are already keen supporters of the fund. Skipper springs to mind. The guy, what a star. He changes his mobile and he phones me, he texts me these new numbers so that I can ask him for more donations. That's the kind of supporters we've got, you know. They don't just, reluctantly dig into their pocket when you shake the can under their face. Once, you know, when they believe in it, they actively seek you out to give you donations, and that's good. So I'll see all you guys at the hamburger stall at the UEFA game. Anyway, what have we spent the money on? Yeah, on you go. Yeah, a quick breath. No? Right, okay, what have we spent the money on?
On you go, let us know, mate. Go and tell us what you've done.
Right, so we've got 10 season tickets that we bought with the donations. We've also, just off the record, talked with Club 1872 and got them to renew 4 season tickets for Erskine, and talked to Rangers FC and got them to renew 2 season tickets for Erskine for like the third or whatever successive season. And we've renewed our 10 season tickets. Now we call it the Erskine Fund, but it's about a lot more than Erskine. It's about Erskine. It's about Erskine recreational needs, not about just giving money to Erskine. Erskine get loads of money and that's good, that pays for all the bedding and all this medication and all the stuff they need to do their business. We deal with recreation, so we provide money for season tickets, games, nights out at Ibrox, stadium tours, days out on the Rossi Ferry, whatever they want that's recreational, we'll fling a few £100 their way to make it happen. We also support combat stress, so some of our younger veterans, guys suffering from PTSD, they go out to combat stress and basically get isolation therapy out there in the country for a month, so we give them things like Rangers TV, season tickets, mountain bikes, whatever. We've started supporting Bravehound. Anyone mentioned Bravehound on your show at all over the last few months? No?
I just got a PM about that, mate. I don't know if you're aware of this, mate. Just for some people, If you use Smile on Amazon.co.uk instead of Amazon.co.uk, you can use Bravehound as your chosen charity, and a percentage of your purchase goes to Bravehound at Erskine, mate.
Oh, there you go. What's Amazon? Right, well,
money for nothing, mate, for the fund.
I bumped into Bravehound because going back to Erskine, Erskine, in recognition of our efforts, invited me to their 100th anniversary military ball, which was quite a do. I don't think I've mentioned that to you, have I, on the radio?
I don't believe so, Gavin.
No, well, great. I thought it was kind of last minute and whatnot, and I thought, smashing. Made my way up there thinking I'd be at the waiters' table and all that. Spent about 10 minutes trying to find my name on. There was like 20 odd tables of a dozen or whatever, 10, and eventually found my name, and it was on the top table. Couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, up there with the heroes, and dead proud I was. But anyway, I was sat next to the lassie that runs Bravehound, and she was chatting to me, telling me what they do. I thought, that's excellent, we can help with that. What they do is they get little puppy dogs, they train them up to be companion dogs, not like sniffer dogs or anything like that, but companion dogs, and their job is to just be company for PTSD suffering veterans, guys that come back to Afghanistan and really don't care about anything. Give them something to care about, something they have to care about, and that helps them out. So we thought, that's smashing, let's raise some money. So we raised about 1,500 quid and we bought a dog for them. His name is Broxy, which is pretty cool, and you can find photos of him over on Rangers Media. Yeah, he's pretty near the top of the list at the moment. Meet Broxy, the thread is called. You can photos there, redug. So we're doing that. What else do we do? Oh, of course, we support Rangers FC directly. We buy tickets, we buy season tickets, we do stadium tours, etc. We buy Rising Stars. We buy 20 Rising Stars for every game, every home game. We buy the Rangers Lotto. We buy 10 tickets every week for the season, and everything else. If it's bricks, we've got more bricks and Ibrox than anybody, apparently. So we're the kind of number one brick purchaser in Ibrox. So we pretty much own the building. So, blame me if it's needing a bit of repair. What else do we do? Etc, etc, etc. And we do all that simply because good bears and bearettes, that word, good bears, there's only one kind of bear. And they come up, they give me a tenner, and we spend it directly on Erskine and Rangers and blah, blah, blah. So anyone that's interested, I would encourage you, if you don't know how to get in touch with me and Rangers Media, if you don't have membership there or whatever, talk to Fox or any of the guys here, because they can easily get your money off you and get it towards me. There's loads of ways of doing that.
All right, Gavin, listen, mate. Listen, first and foremost, thanks for all your efforts, mate. I don't think anybody can realise the time and hours you put in raising money for such a worthy cause. And I'd like to thank you on behalf of your small show for what you do for the people who maybe who put their bodies and their minds on the line so that we can have the freedoms that we all take for granted today, some of these people. But thanks for yours. To the listeners out there, if you want to donate to Gavin Blue's fund, don't hesitate. You can get a hold of him on Rangers Media, get a hold of him on here through Fox. If you've got any spare change or a few quid that you'd like to donate, Gavin Blue will gladly take it and spend it wisely. Gavin, thanks, mate.
No bother. Pleasure updating you, sir. Always a pleasure taking your money.
And I'll square you up when I see you.
Can I just say, you said, no bother. No bother. I won't be at the friendlies, I don't think, so it'll be the Euro game. You said there, all the hard work I do donating, collecting.
Collected.
No, you didn't say collecting. That was like you said all the hard work I do, but it's not really. It's all because basically people just throw money at me. So all I do is just say, okay, give us it. And
that doesn't happen by accident, mate. It doesn't happen by accident.
No, but it does happen, and that's the thing. So the fact that it wouldn't happen, I wouldn't still be here if the 250 plus bears out there weren't out there saying, aye, there you go, Gavin, I trust you, here's a tenner or more or whatever. Hey, more.
Here, mate. And the bears, we'll get a generous support, mate.
We have indeed, and I mean, I don't know. I saw Skipper in the lobby. I mean, there's a few others who asked me not to name themselves and just say it's from Rangers Radio, etc. And there's Rangers Radio itself, which always digs deep into its coffers whenever I mug it. So, thanks to all of you guys, and keep it going, folks.
Cheers, mate. Just keep us informed and let us know if there's anything we can ever do, mate. Yeah?
Will do. Just keep an eye on the forum. If you see my threads always start *** RM Erskine Fund, and then something like give me money. So, just if you see anything that's worth talking about, mention it, just point people towards it.
And we'll get a shout out on here, mate, alright?
That's it. And those of you that know me, I'll see you at the statue, etc. Whenever. Cheers, guys. And,
cheers, Dublin.
I'll keep listening in when I get the chance.
Yeah, you keep arguing with yourself, mate.
And if I ever get enough money, I'll go to Poundland and get myself a decent non-buzzing headset.
We'd appreciate that, mate. We'd appreciate that.
Can he divert the funds, though,
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
See you guys.
Bye. What a man, Fox. What a man, eh?
He does a tremendous amount of work, and I think he's got an able assistant, and I think it's Zetland on Rangers Media that gives him a good wee handout as well.
Oh, here. I never praise her because I'm no like that. I just got on with shit, but she does deserve a lot of love. She's for putting up with the kind of people you get on a football forum, and the kind of
No, Dublin, no.
Like quoting the members, their wishes. Anyway.
Right, good night, Dublin, with your buzzing, mate. Right, what a man. What a worthy cause, Bob Bridger. What a worthy cause. Oh, we lost Bridge. Where were we?
No, I'm here, pal. I'm here.
The captain. Who went first? I think Fox went, didn't he?
I went for the captain first. I said it should be the Goldson guy.
Goldson. All right, Fox, any thoughts?
I've got a thought. How is it our treasurer goes missing every time we talk about money? Donating things. He just goes on mute and disappears.
That's a shocking slur on my character, by the way, you lot.
Well, it can't be coincidence.
There's a thought
I'm sitting here.
The best treasure in the world, but there's another thought that we'll get the worst treasure in the world. Captain Fox.
I said I think it would be Arfield, mate, but it'll be up to him to choose his own captain. Taverner's got the
band at the moment.
Well, since Wallace hasn't appeared, it's fell to James Taverner. He seems to go on well with Taverner, so maybe he'll keep it, but I would like to see a midfielder that's in touch with both the attack and the defence, and I think he'll be in that position.
Have we finally been joined by Rudy Bear?
One dash for me.
Rudy.
1 hour 45-minute show, so give us your shout out, Rudy.
I tell you, that was a bit of a wind up. That was. I don't know what was happening, guys. The laptop looks like it needs wanged out the window, so I'm on the iPad now, and I couldn't get that to work at first either. So hopefully you can hear me a bit better now.
Well, we can.
Oh, definitely.
Brilliant. Thank you, guys. Anyway, glad you're all back, guys. I've had to talk to the missus way too much in recent weeks.
She listens. Remember, she listens.
No, I know she does. That wasn't me that said that, love. That was Roxy. That was Roxy's fault.
Listen to that, love.
So captains, I would go. I'm with Bridge. I would go with the boy Goldson. I think Connor Goldson. I like the idea of having a centre back as captain. Can see it panning out in front of him. He can see what's happening properly.
Ibrox Loyal, would you have the most experienced man at the club?
I would, mate, and for me, and it's not just because I'm in the goalkeeping camp here, and goalkeepers can make good captains, so I would get to McGregor, mate. He's been there, he's done it, he's been over the course multiple times, mate. He knows what it means. He would know what it means to captain a great club like ours. But should the manager decide not to get to a goalkeeper, then I'll bow to Bridges' mere superior knowledge in the centre-back camp and get to Goldson, mate.
Ulster?
I'm still struggling with this one, to be honest. I'm still hoping.
Big man, it's no Brexit. It's only who's going to be captain.
I know, but it's an important role. It's an important role because it's something we've been desperately missing for a long time, in my opinion. Somebody to actually take the bull by the horns, you know what I mean? Someone who's displaying the best. the pitch and doing the job right. The problem for us is we've had captains who've been looking at everybody else and can't really say much because they've been as poor as everybody else. You know what I mean? So what we need is somebody who puts in the good performances more often than that. And when he speaks, at least he's the one playing well. You know what I mean? And he can exactly tell the other ones where they're going wrong. So I don't know yet. You know, maybe Artfield because of his more experience in the Premiership. Maybe Goldson because he's a centre back and he's good experience as well. Maybe he could have that command sort of ability. And then obviously maybe McGregor for his own because he's been at the club before. He won plenty of things with the club. So I'm not sure. Between those three, I'm not sure. I'd maybe go for Goldson because he's centre back. But like Bridge, I like to see a centre back as captain. But I'm still not 100% confident we've got our captain yet.
All right. Anybody think Ryan Jack's an outside bet?
I think so. I've said this before about Ryan Jack. He's an ex-Aberdeen captain, and I dare say one of the reasons he came to Rangers and Rangers picked him up was, one of the qualities is captain quality. But I have to say this in all honesty, I don't think right at this minute he's a captain. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of things happened to the boy over the last season or so, so I think he needs to come back quietly. Look, if McGregor gets it, McGregor gets it. My experience in a football field tells me the centre-half is the best area for reading the game. And the more modern games, the defensive mid or the attacking mid, whichever you want to call them, has a good view of what's happening and can go in and do it. A Barry Ferguson type role. He was a smashing captain for Rangers. But I would always go for a centre-half, personally speaking.
Can I throw something quick in here, Rox? Just while we've got Big Ulster on the show as well. Earlier last week or so, there has been a lot of talk. One of he captains us a few times was Stephen Davis possibly coming back, and the big centre-half as well, who was at West Brom last season, and on Northern Irish International, Gareth McCauley, mate. Just to throw those two names in there and see if Big Ulster would think they two could make great captains for their clubs. One's already done it in the past.
Ulster?
Why do you think I keep saying I haven't got our captain yet?
Whoa.
Nice.
I would take either of the two of them, to be honest. I know people have their opinions. McCauley's a great big player. He is. He's been in that Premier League. He scores goals from the corners, something we've missed. He's a big, strong centre half, but he would need one of the. Maybe he could be part of the three. He could maybe play in the middle, have the other two with a more pace, to cover him.
38, 39.
That's what I mean. He's getting on a bit, But Stephen Davis
with myself.
Yes. Oh, why? like a fine wine. See, to be honest though, Stephen Davis, he's the one that excites me. It's probably all pie in the sky, but I think if you want to go and win league titles, especially the run we've had these past 7 years, I just don't think you can turn Stephen Davis down if that move was a score.
I don't think it'll happen, Ulster. I think he's got all the sort of experienced guys he can get in the door. I'd love Stephen Davis. Most Rangers fans would take Stephen Davis at a drop of a hat.
I agree with you, Bridge. I think the whole problem just now with the midfield is we're just, we're overrun with midfield players at the moment, and I can't see any more midfield players coming in until such times as we can maybe get 2 or 3 at the door,
I can actually see the young boy Docherty getting out on loan, mate.
Can you see that?
I can actually see that happening.
See the thing
to Melbourne.
He's not brought Arfield in for no reason at all. Arfield's in because he's going to be in that first team. He's going to be a first pick for me, Arfield. And then, depending on what formation you play, you're talking about another 2 players in there beside Arfield, aren't you, in that midfield? You look at the amount of midfielders we've got. I mean, I think Graham Dorrans is out again. Did he get sent home from Spain or something?
Yeah, his knee's knackered.
Aye, so I don't know. That's not looking great for Graham Dorrans.
No, you must have read the rest of the story, Bridge. He was brought back to get it checked out. There's no damage. Yeah. There's no damage.
No visible damage, but it's still sore. Yeah, but he's still sore. Right.
But he's back in training again.
Yes, I know, pal. Look, These things happen in football. You as soon as you say you're fit, you've got to show that you're fit, and in training you can be fit. But during a game, the soreness comes back. It just happens. Loyal will tell you that. I mean, it comes from nowhere sometimes, you know.
His problem was a bad back.
You think so?
I could back the ball, didn't it?
I mean, the Stephen Davis thing for me, that's a yes all day long for me. You know, if there's any way we could get that out of the line, I just think he's the experience, you know, playing in the English Premiership. You know, he's played at Rangers before, he knows the club inside out. I think that's an absolute no-brainer.
Rudy, do you think he would take a drop in the salary and come back to Rangers?
I don't see why no, Bridge. I think he's made his money. He's set for life now, hasn't he? He's played long enough in the English Premiership with a really good salary now. No to have to worry about money, you know. And would he be looking... Well, it's a choice for him, isn't it? It's whether... Is he looking for one last big payday, or does he want to come back to the club that he loved playing for? You know, for me, if I was in his position, having made the money down south, I'd be quite happy to take a big drop in salary to come to Rangers. You know, but then that's me. I don't know. But I think...
Well, he's got 1 year left on his contract, yeah.
No, that's just about his last year, mate. It's coming into his last year now.
Yeah, so he's got a year left in his contract.
There might be some money involved, and that might be the difference.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is there a cash involved?
They might thank him for his loyalty and let him go.
Exactly.
Save the wages, you know.
Yeah.
So indeed,
if he's no part of the plans going forward, you know.
I just find it difficult. I love to see him back at Ibrox. I thought he was a wonderful player for us. I just can't imagine he's been captain of Southampton. He's been there for 5 years or so, maybe 6. And you know, he's coming to the end of his time with them in all probability. And in fact, his career might be coming to an end as well. So
he's still got a few years. Anyway, we'll be joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Aye, mate. Yourself, how you doing?
Aye, brand new, mate. Different headset, so...
Oh, you're a lot clearer.
Sounding well tonight, mate.
You're a lot clearer. You want to let people know who it is speaking?
Kilmarnock.
Yeah, look at that. The dulcet tones, eh?
Kilmarnock in. Shocker.
Yep.
Do us a favour. See me finish with that headset going to take it into Govan Blues house.
There's only one earphone.
See if you can get a copy, it's Skate to Rudy.
How you doing, Kilmarnock? What's on your mind, mate?
Captain-wise, I think Arfield. I think he knows the Scottish game. I don't think we can go in the existing players for last season. Too many losers amongst them are a losing attitude. And I think Arfield would be a good bridge with the Scottish, being Scottish, and bridge between the new players and existing players. So I think he would be a good shout. Can he be the goalkeeper? Can he be the goalkeeper? Central defender, yep. Or midfielder, but...
Does Arfield tick the boxes for you? Scottish?
I think so.
Well, I know he plays for Canada, but he's Scottish. Knows what the club's about.
Yep.
Plays in the position that... Sort of midfield centre-back that people generally pick their captains for.
Yeah.
So he ticks all the boxes for you?
Aye, without a doubt, aye.
How are you feeling about what's happening with the club, mate? Has the traffic been quick enough for you out and in, or you understand how it's maybe slowed down a bit because of the World Cup? There's a lot of clubs still doing business at the moment.
I'll not really make any judgments until I see them play and we start playing. I think it was Govan Blue said too many false promises, too many false starts. So again, I'm not getting carried away with Stevie G, or Mr. Gerrard, whatever we want to call him. I'll just wait till we see his kick. Once the ball gets kicked about the place, a couple of games, hopefully it will click for us.
So you're at the station, but you've not bought a ticket yet to go on this 55 Express?
My ticket's bought, but I've just not stepped onto the train yet.
All right, so you're just hoping to see the train, see it's all nice and shiny, and then you're going to jump on it.
Aye, if it pulls away, I'll jump back on it at the end yet.
Right. Nah. Are you pleased with some of the signings we've done? Or again, you've not seen enough of them?
I've done a lot of research, and I don't know any of them for Adam. I don't know any of them. I mean, I go on Rangers media and people say this and say that about them, but I've never heard of most of them, to tell you the truth. So I just need to wait to see them on the park Friday night.
And Govan Blue's point is, we have been stung by people that with big reputations come in, Barton, Cranchar, Alves, and over the piece have been disappointment there.
Yeah, without a doubt. I want to see the two defenders, central defenders. We've been screaming out for two central defenders for years. I'd also keep Alves. I'd keep Alves. But that's just my thoughts on it.
I was just going to ask you what you thought of Alves Dalmarnock. I think somewhere along the line there's something about that guy that makes you think he should be playing. He's obviously got the qualities and the class and the skills, and he just hasn't showed it for us at all. We're desperately keen to see him. You know?
I don't think he was ever going to get a kick of the ball in the World Cup. He was there just as a experience to the squad. He was never getting
Ronaldo's. A mate of
Ronaldo's.
Aye, but I take him back. Well, he's ours. He's still ours, isn't he? So unless he's working himself a move.
Listen, if we've got somebody we can bring in a more quality, younger, I would let Alves go just because of the money he's taking to the club every week. If I'm being really honest, he's been a bit of a letdown for me.
If there's another central defender earmarked and he's coming in, yep, I'd let him go. Aye.
You know, guys, just to say to you, there's a story from My Books Noise saying that Fenerbahce are over in Glasgow speaking to Rangers about Morelos. So I don't know how true it is.
Well, we'll find out in the next couple of days. What will be. And if he wants to go, Bridge, and the price is right, I don't want anybody there. But then the job is to get the replacements in before we finish up. Dalmarnock, just briefly, the support, the way we're galvanised again. I don't know where it's came from because the doings we had at the back end of that season. We've got all this positivity. I believe 38,000 tickets are sold already for a friendly against, is it Bayern Munich we're playing on Friday night?
Buddy.
All right, buddy. Right, so it's just madness. And if we could just bottle with the support I've got and get to the team, we would have nothing to fear.
Aye. We might get early. Might get up to 45. It's still a few days left, people. It's a Friday night, you know what I mean? I love Friday night football. Love it.
Did you see the story as well about the number of tickets sold for Friday? Is that what you're speaking about, Dalmarnock?
No, just she was 38. But
that's 38,000. Aye.
I'm hearing that Wednesday. It's going towards the 40,000 mark, mate. I'm going to say it's going to be above 40,000 anyway. How high it goes into the 40,000s, mate, is anybody's guess. But as Ox says, mate, we've got the best support in the world. There's no doubt about that. Your Bayern Munich, your Juventuses don't come anywhere close to us, mate.
I've got a job for you tomorrow. See you on that website, you got all the dots and count them, see how many seats are left for the morning night show.
You want to give me mash up again? Come on, man. That's just a different.
What else have you got to do?
Anyway, we've reached that time in the evening. Bridgeman.
Oh, what can I say? What can I say? It's fantastic. I'm so pleased we're back. It's really magic to hear everybody and talk to them in the lobby and things like that. Superb. Really, really pleased. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, keep it going for the Rangers. Because we need it. Keep it going.
Can I thank Ibrox Loyal, Bridgeman, the one and only Fox, Dalmarnock, the late Rudy Bear for joining us, Big Ulster, and of course the Global Ambassador, and the one and only Govan Blue. You've got a few extra shekels. Look them up in Rangers Media, it's going to a worthy cause. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Fox.